Welcome to Glacier View Estates. This is the Palmer Hay Flats' premier and newest gated Airpark community. Stunningly situated between the Chugach Mountain Range and the Palmer Hay Flats, we feature beautiful bluff lots, including a private airstrip. So come take an overhead tour with us and see all that Glacier View Estates has to offer. I'm Keira Dreher with Keller Realty Alaska Group. One look at the Alaskan land surrounding Glacier View Estates and you will know you're home. The developer, Seth, recognized immediately that Glacier View Estates was special. In fact, it was his own quest for a hangar home site for he and his wife, Jean, that initially brought him to this beautiful place, overlooking some of the most dramatic views in the Mat-Su Valley. On a snowy date night in 2016, Seth brought his wife to what would soon become one of the most incredible land development projects they'd ever undertaken together. Off to your right, you'll see the Chugach Mountain Range, particularly Pioneer Peak in the distance for gorgeous views. Like her husband, Jean was immediately inspired by the splendor of the land, and the two of them galvanized to pioneer the property for other aviation families like themselves. In that spirit, they launched the groundwork for Glacier View Estates, a community built through the lens of an Alaskan pilot, but designed for so much more. The community Airpark proudly faces the south and east, the two very best exposures for the Mat-Su Valley in terms of sun and view. As we approach Chigmit Circle, this is the actual runway. You'll see the grass center, which is a 1,350-foot runway itself. As a pilot himself, the developer keyed in on the importance of the orientation and location of the runway, securing its spot in a protected pocket of drier air and less wind than is present in other sections of the Mat-Su Borough. The airstrip itself is grass, seeded right now. There's a 15-foot drivable road on either side of the runway, so your plane and your cars can conveniently exit and enter. The runway orientation takes into account predominant winds and considers noise abatement for takeoffs and landings, offering a particularly advantageous approach from the southeast over the Palmer Hay Flats. The 1,350 feet unregulated grass runway is immeasurably more desirable than gravel, minimizing dust and creating attractive community green space. In front of you is the Palmer Hay Flats, a beautiful wetlands home to loons, birds, the occasional moose, beaver, and often bears will tromp through as well. I'm Keira Dreher with Keller Realty, listing agent of Glacier View Estates Community Airpark. I hope you've enjoyed your visit to Glacier View Estates from the air. For your private tour on the ground, please call me directly at 907-529-4660. I look forward to the opportunity to bring you on your own private tour of Glacier View Estates.